Therefore I, a prisoner for serving the Lord, beg you to lead a life worthy of your calling, for you have been called by God. Listen now, always be humble and gentle. Be patient with each other, making allowances for each other's faults because of your love. Make every effort to keep yourselves united in the Spirit. The unity of the Spirit is not something we produce. The unity of the Spirit is something that we walk in because it's already ours. It's already done. Tapos na. It's a work of Jesus Christ. We have unity. The choices are, how are we going to manifest that and walk in it? And so he says, be patient with one another. Always speak humbly to one another. Show respect. Forgive one another. Don't forsake the assembling together. I mean, on and on and on, friends. We can go and see what the Scripture says about this outward manifestation of the oneness that is ours in Jesus Christ. And that then forms the prelude, those verses, to, for there is one God, there is one Father, there is one Spirit, and one Lord. Well, I do have an example. I'm going to take you to the island of Palau. Nakapunta pa kayo doon sa Palawan, sa Puerto Princesa? Have you been there? Do you want to go right now? Yes! Well, I'm taking you to Puerto Princesa to a meeting. I'm the field director of New Tribes Mission Philippines back then, years ago. And we had some problems with our fellow missionaries. They were unhappy. Unhappy missionaries is not a good sign. They were unhappy because of me as one of the leaders and my fellow leader. We were perceived as not caring for them in Palau. They were working amongst different minority groups, the Palawanos, Mulbo, a whole bunch of people groups in Palawan. And so they all assembled in Puerto Princesa, and we said, we're going to fly down, and we want to have a group meeting, and we want to talk. Well, they heard that we were coming. I was leaving Manila and flying into Puerto Princesa, and so they thought that we were coming down to, the word I think of is to crack the whip. What's that? To set them straight, or to get them in line, or to boss them around, or whatever. They thought that. And so when we all gathered together, it was not a lot of unity. Medyo disruptive, and you can feel it. Have you ever felt this unity? Have you ever felt that you walk into a room and whoa, what's going on here? Well, that was our meeting. And so I had the privilege of being the first speaker. And this is what I said. I said, we have come down from Manila, my fellow missionary, my fellow leader, Bob, myself, and myself. We've come here because we're concerned about our oneness and our unity. And they're all looking very serious, you know, that serious look. And I said, I would like to ask you to tell me what we can do as leaders to bring peace and calm. What can we do? How can we resolve this so that we are together and we're not judging each other? Judging is a really bad issue. Judgment. So that we can actually walk together and not we can have harmony and not disharmony. And I went on and just expressed to them that our desire to do what's right. And says, we want this so badly. We came down here not to tell you what to do, but to ask you, forgive us where we've hurt you, and what can we do to resolve this? And then we took a break. I took a break and we got some coffee and some merienda, some snacks. Probably pandesal. Anyways, we got some good snacks, and I had one of the missionaries down there come up, and he came to me and he said to me, he says, I am so mad at you. I am so angry at you. I said, why? Why? He said, because I had a whole speech that I was going to tell you how mad I am at you, and when you said what you said, it's like you completely disarmed me. I don't have anything now to say. I am so angry at you. And then he gave me a big hug, and we laughed, because it was true. Because the leader, my fellow leader, before we came to Puerto Princesa, we decided this. We said, we are going to take the approach of humility. We are going to lower ourselves and say, we have obviously done some things wrong. We've miscommunicated. What can we do to bring healing? That's what it means to walk together in unity. Because it's not always easy, is it?
Yes.
It's not always easy. Sometimes there are great problems to work through. But we do have a God who's interested in reconciliation. And in unity and harmony, and it's going to be tied again to our relationship with Jesus Christ and the living out of the Spirit in our lives. Can you do that in the coming weeks? Make some hard choices.
Amen.
Make some, because it's going to call upon that. When it says walk in the Spirit, do everything possible. That's what it says, isn't it? Did I read that? Make every effort to keep yourselves united in the Spirit, binding yourselves together with peace. Guess what? We're going to have to make some hard choices. Hard choices. And God is going to say, that's wonderful. Good. You make those hard choices and you depend upon me and you humble yourselves. Because Jesus humbled himself before all of humanity. He's our example. God bless you in the days ahead. And this topic of unity, I've loved getting ready for it. I even brought in some culture of the Philippines. But may God bless you and encourage you in the days ahead. Let's pray. Lord Jesus, thank you that you've done everything to bring us into a right relationship with you. We celebrate that today. And we celebrate the anniversary of this church here in Milton. And ask for your ongoing blessing and encouragement. We ask this in the great, glorious name of Jesus, our Savior. Amen.